Hey guys, so I really haven't recorded any personal videos. This is kind of my personal channel from college or before, so I haven't really recorded any personal videos, but I kind of had a one-off video that didn't really fit in with my other social media channels for YouTube, so I just figured I would record it on this one. So going back to March, so about 4 months or so ago, we purchased our first home. My family, my wife and my 3-year-old, we purchased our first home. It was an older home built in 1958, I believe, or 56. But it's been renovated and it's a beautiful home and we love it. So it's a 3-bed and 1.5 bath, and it's just perfect for us, for our kind of long-term home. So with that being said, I've been learning how to do all the handyman type stuff that you would typically do with home ownership, which is awesome and I love doing it. So in addition to all that, the first kind of major thing we had to do was replace our toilet. So my father-in-law happened to find a toilet for us, actually, that was like a $350 toilet, something like that, for like $75 from Home Depot, because they didn't have particularly like the one that he went in looking for. So the guy's like, hey, you know, I've got this one, it's on clearance, would you be interested? My father was like, how much? 75 bucks? Yeah, sure. So I was a bit apprehensive at first because I never saw the thing, but when we got it I realized like it's gorgeous, it's perfect. I still love it even to now. So with that being said, let me show you the toilet. So this is it. So that is, it's the American Standard VorMax Plus toilet. It's got like the easy close lid. There's like a little tab here that you can pull up on. But it has like kind of the easy close lid system where both the seat and the lid close easy. So really helpful when you have a 3-year-old that goes to bed at like 8 o'clock. So slamming toilet lids. So in addition though, I love how it flushes. It's silly, I know, but part of home ownership. But I love it. You know, it just kind of, it's awesome. It just comes from the left, swirls around, little vortex like the name says, and down. So it's awesome. So what this toilet also has is this. So it's a little hidden compartment here, and let me show you, let me flip over here and show you. So this is the VorMax Plus freshener, and you can see it's made by Lysol. It's basically these little cartridges that you screw into that little slot area there, which is great, and they work wonderful and keep our toilet totally fresh. But the problem is they do run out eventually. Obviously, it's just like any other little add-on thing that you put in the toilet to keep it fresh. It runs out after a little while, so give or take about a month or so, the thing's gone. My hesitation is, obviously, I think that they're going to eventually like stop making these handy-dandy little things. So I've been hanging on to these. So as these little cartridges, you can see, you just turn it and pull it out. As these cartridges expire and there's no more inside, I've been hanging on to them because I'm like, okay, well, you know, I got to figure something out. I don't want to just throw them away and then they stop making them, and literally then I just have like an empty cartridge in the toilet. So with that, I kind of came up with this little creative thing to do. So as you can see, my little handy-dandy station here, I took cling wrap and I wrapped it around just like the empty little cartridge here. I just wrapped it around, and then on the cartridge itself, I think you can see on this one, it has a little, let's see, yeah, there you go. So it's got a little tab here, and that little tab, it's already kind of loose a little bit anyway. I think it's just from turning it in it. But that little tab, if you just cut it and break it, you can actually just pop the whole thing off. And now it does not, knocking stuff over, so it does not screw off or anything. It does screw into the toilet itself, but this does not like screw off. So once you break that, you can literally just pop it off with your thumb, kind of like a cap on a medicine bottle. Once you do, you've got obviously this open end up here, and then you have this open end here, and this is where the water goes through the toilet each time it flushes. So what I did was I took saran wrap again, I just wrapped it around it really tight and on the end, and then with this portion off, the top part, I then took these Scrubbing Bubbles toilet cleaning gels. So these little things just stick, like you take this cap off and you push one onto the inside of the toilet, and these things work awesome. I've been using these for like 6 years or something in our last condo that we lived at before we bought our house, and they work phenomenally, and they basically do the same thing that this does. So I kind of hung on to some of these that I had, and I'm like, we'll see if we use them. And I'm like, oh, we got this new toilet, I won't need to use them. Well, when I started running out of these, I still got, I think, 2 of these left. I could go buy more, and I probably will if I think about it next time I'm in Home Depot. But in the meantime, I'm like, hey, let me see if I can make this work. So while this was a bit messy, per se, so I took the little wand thing. Usually it's sticking out, you know, like 5 or 6 inches for each little notch. And I basically just put this on to the open end of this cartridge once I popped the top off. And I pressed down, with it wrapped, all of the stuff inside of here. So with that, now that I've pressed that down in there, I basically have like a whole new cartridge again. And this stuff, I don't know, I'm not sure about that much because that's a whole lot of gel material, whereas I feel like the originals, there's like a little gap in there and it's just like a small little stick. So I want to see how long it's going to last. I'm guessing, just based on these things normally being stuck in the toilet, like they probably last for like a month with each little stick, so you, like each little piece that you like press on the inside of the toilet. So I'm probably thinking like, just rough guesstimate, but like probably like 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, and then there's more up in here that I'll probably have to push it down. So it may last for like close to half a year or so if I kind of press down the other material down in it. But yeah, so I figured I'd give this a shot. I don't know if anyone else has this type of toilet, but you know, I like to tinker, I like to MacGyver stuff, and I figure this is the best way to do it, and do it so that, you know, I'm not making waste of what I have, and I'm also, you know, if American Standard stops making these cartridges, I don't care. I'll just hang on to the ones I have. The O-ring should last for quite a long time because it's literally just screwing it in there and leaving it, not like removing it hardly ever. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys this. I'm not sure if anyone else will find this handy, but I'm sure if you have the same type of toilet, which I'll put in the description, hopefully you'll find this and find it useful or helpful or whatever. So it will be a bit messy, but you know, it's just cool. It's just, you know, innovative to use something you already have and figure that out. So, alright, so thanks so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. See ya.